You think a college degree guarantees stability? You believe a high-paying job is your safety net? You're living in a fantasy. The current financial system is built to keep you grinding endlessly while never having enough. The brutal truth is this: if you don't understand money, it will destroy you. Financial freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from brutal clarity, relentless action, and a willingness to wake up. This isn't a feel-good video. This is your confrontation with reality. Your moment to rebel, to wake up, and to take full command of the game you've been losing in silence. Now begins the journey to financial transformation, where money isn't just kept, it's trained to serve you for life. High-paying jobs are no longer your lifeline. 1/3 of a human life is spent working, yet most remain unsatisfied. The harsh reality is this: 89% of people are unhappy with their jobs, and 99% believe they deserve more pay. But high income is no longer a financial shield. As inflation rises and living costs pile up, even an attractive salary only keeps you treading water. Hard work has never guaranteed long-term stability. The myth that working harder leads to a better life has been shattered. Today, relying on a job alone is like clinging to a sinking ship and pretending it's a cruise. The average lifespan of a job is now just 4.5 years. With constant economic shifts, no one can count on a single profession for life. Departments are downsizing. Machines are replacing humans at record speed. No job is truly safe. Even once prestigious careers are being replaced by software and automation. Clinging to traditional employment is gambling on a game already rigged. If you believe loyalty to your job guarantees financial safety, you're preparing for a future that no longer exists. Today's market rewards agility, not attachment. A college degree is no longer enough to secure your future. Employers now demand more: specialized experience, practical knowledge, and the ability to learn fast. No one cares where you studied if you can't deliver value. Technology changes at lightning speed, wiping out industries that once promised high pay. If you don't adapt, you won't just fall behind, you'll be erased. The marketplace doesn't punish laziness. It punishes irrelevance. And in this new economy, survival belongs to those who evolve, not endure. Net worth never lies. Net worth is the most honest measurement of your financial health. It's calculated by subtracting your total liabilities from your total assets. Assets include savings, stocks, and investments. Liabilities include student loans, credit card debt, or any borrowed money. It doesn't matter how high your income is. If your net worth is negative, you're living on borrowed time and borrowed money. No other number exposes your reality faster. Net worth isn't just a number, it's your raw financial truth, and you can't grow what you don't measure. Knowing your net worth destroys the illusion that a fat bank account means you're wealthy. Many spend freely because they see money in their account, but they ignore the silent storm of debt. Only by calculating the full picture, assets minus liabilities, can you know where you truly stand. If the number is low, you need a strategy to grow it. If it's high, you need a plan to protect it. Ignorance is not bliss. Not knowing your financial position is the most dangerous place to be. Net worth isn't just a figure, it's a compass for all your financial decisions. It tells you how much to save, when to invest, and which goals to set. No one builds wealth with blurry vision. A low net worth isn't failure, but ignoring it is financial suicide. Control starts with clarity. Before chasing more income or new investments, you must ask, where am I today? Because if you don't know your current position, you're navigating blind in a storm. Uncontrolled spending is the silent killer. Not tracking your spending is the fastest way to destroy your finances. Money doesn't vanish, it leaks through the unnoticed. Daily coffee, unused apps, impulse buys. When you don't know where your money goes, you're living blind in a house full of leaks. No one builds financial strength without mastering cash flow. Control doesn't begin with income. It begins with knowing where every dollar flows. If you're unaware of your expenses, you're not in control. Your habits are. And those habits may be killing your future slowly. The simplest way to stop the bleeding is to face the wound. Record every expense, from big bills to tiny snacks. Use notebooks, spreadsheets, mobile apps, or bank tools. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is having the courage to look your behavior in the eye. After a few months of tracking, patterns emerge. You'll see which habits drain you, You'll discover your true cost of living, and you'll finally see where discipline needs to replace indulgence. Because what gets measured gets managed. Controlling spending doesn't mean deprivation. It means choosing consciously. You cut the meaningless to fuel what matters. No one gets rich by being frugal, but many stay poor by spending blindly. If you don't control your outflow, you can't control your future. Every dollar spent should serve a purpose. Every purchase is a vote for the life you're building. Your bank statement isn't just a record. It's a mirror reflecting your values. Make sure it reflects the person you want to become. Budgeting is a survival map, not an option. Not budgeting is like driving through a desert without a map. Even if you track expenses or know your net worth, without a plan, your money will vanish. Budgeting isn't restrictive. It's how you command your money to obey you. Living without knowing how much you'll spend, save, or owe is surrendering control to chance. Budgets aren't about limitations. They're about direction. Without one, you're not managing money. You're gambling with it. A budget is an intentional plan to redirect your money toward what truly matters. Break it down. Rent, food, bills, entertainment, debt payments. It doesn't take hours, but it saves you years of financial chaos. A well-structured budget protects you from overspending and gives your income a mission. You don't stumble into wealth, you budget for it. People don't go broke from lack of money, they go broke from lack of structure. A budget is your blueprint for financial freedom. There's no perfect budget system. Some use spreadsheets, others use apps or journals. What matters is clarity. Know where each dollar goes. Budgeting is also your best weapon against debt. It helps prioritize which debts to attack first and how to balance repayments with daily living. Once you make it a habit, budgeting won't feel like a cage. It becomes a GPS, a financial navigation system that gives you freedom, not restriction. Risk won't kill you, but ignorance will health. Every financial move comes with risk, but the most dangerous risk isn't market volatility. It's your lack of understanding. People jump into investments because they hear high return without grasping what they're doing. Others freeze, fearing any loss, and let money rot in low-interest accounts. Risk isn't the enemy. It's natural in the pursuit of value. The problem is diving in blind. You're not building wealth. You're gambling with your future. A stock might yield more than a bond, or crash without warning. If you don't understand the company, the industry, or market trends, you're not investing. You're guessing. Mistaking ignorance for bravery is reckless. Avoiding risk won't make you safe. Refusing to learn about risk guarantees failure. If you don't master how risk works, you will always be on the losing end of every opportunity. Understanding risk makes your decisions stronger. You'll know your limits. You'll know when to move and when to wait. Those who grasp risk aren't swayed by emotions or headlines. They act from strategy, not fear. In the world of money, knowledge is armor. Naivety is a bleeding wound. You can't avoid every risk, but you can prepare. Because every financial breakthrough begins with understanding what could destroy it. Investing isn't for show, it's for survival. Investing is a necessity, not a performance. It's not about bragging rights or trends. It's how you build independence from a single paycheck. Real investments generate income through real estate, stocks, businesses, or skill building. The smart choices aren't flashy, they're sustainable. If you invest to impress others, you'll soon pay the price with your own balance sheet. Investing isn't a highlight reel, it's a long-term strategy to stay alive in a system that punishes inaction. Every investment carries risk. But the focus should never be returns first, it should be understanding first. There is no best investment, only the best one you understand. If you don't know how it works, don't put money into it. Blind investing is financial suicide. Knowing your limits is wisdom, not weakness. Wealth is protected by clarity. You don't need to chase every wave. You need to ride only the ones you've studied. Start with low-risk assets like bonds, index funds, or investments in your own education. Build discipline. Learn the game. Repeat. The best investment is in what you know inside out. You don't need to look rich, you need to become unshakable. True wealth isn't made in one lucky strike. It's built brick by brick, decision by decision, over time. Most people lose money not because the market moves, but because they move without thinking. Credit is a double-edged sword, and you're playing with the blade backwards. Credit is powerful, But in the wrong hands, it's a ticking bomb. People use credit cards to live beyond their means, buying things they don't need with money they haven't earned. Interest compounds, debt piles up, and soon they're trapped. Credit isn't evil, misusing it is. Every swipe without purpose is another cut into your future finances. Credit gives you access, but only discipline gives you freedom. Used wisely, credit builds leverage. Pay bills on time, keep balances low, build your credit score. A strong score opens doors to cheaper loans, better interest rates, and more financial flexibility. But one mistake, one late payment, one ignored balance can ruin years of progress. Managing credit isn't glamorous, it's surgical. If you don't respect it, it will bleed you dry. Credit is fire. You either cook with it or get burned. Check your credit score regularly. Review your credit report. Dispute errors immediately. Credit isn't something to fear or avoid. It's a tool that must be sharpened and wielded with care. Those who master credit don't just borrow money, they command it. Used with intention, it amplifies your opportunities. Left unchecked, it becomes a silent killer. Financial literacy means knowing how to use every piece of the system, especially the ones that seem dangerous. Financial knowledge isn't a passion, it's survival gear. Financial knowledge isn't reserved for the wealthy. It's as essential as reading and writing. Whether you're in school, working, or retired, you need to understand how money works. No one is born financially literate, but ignorance will cost you everything. The system is designed to exploit what you don't know. Not understanding doesn't make you innocent. It makes you vulnerable. In this game, knowledge isn't a bonus, it's armor. You don't get to choose whether to learn about money, you only choose when. The longer you wait, the more you bleed. Those who understand finance set goals, manage risk, invest smartly, and grow faster. Those who don't stay trapped in cycles, spend, borrow, panic, repeat. You don't need to be a financial genius, but staying financially clueless is a guaranteed path to suffering. The world no longer tolerates financial ignorance. Start small, one goal, one focus. Pay off debt, build a savings buffer. Learn how tax works, learn how money flows, then level up. Read, ask questions, apply lessons. Knowledge compounds faster than interest. Each small win builds momentum. No one can study for you, no one can act for you. But once you begin, the game shifts. Financial clarity doesn't arrive. You build it, one bold, informed choice at a time. Financial freedom isn't for the lazy. No one hands you financial freedom. It's forged through painful truths, disciplined routines, and daily decisions most won't make. You can't dream your way out of debt. You can't wish your way into wealth. This path isn't for those who want quick wins. It's for those who are ready to sacrifice comfort today to buy time, control, and peace tomorrow. This isn't about being lucky. It's about being relentless. Don't start with get-rich fantasies. Start with concrete habits. Pay off debts, save monthly, understand your expenses, track everything. People with strong finances don't hustle endlessly. They don't fear bills. They don't fake stability. They build it. Freedom comes from structure, from intention, from the courage to say no to temporary pleasure in exchange for permanent power. Every smart decision is a brick in your escape tunnel. You don't need a fortune to begin. You need the right mindset. Pick a goal, make a plan, track your steps, be relentless. Small actions done consistently beat big gestures that fizzle out. Everyone claims to want freedom, but few are willing to do what it demands. Every day you decide, cling to old patterns, or move one step closer to liberation. Laziness isn't just a bad habit, it's your financial assassin. The poor wait for luck. The wealthy master the rules. There are two kinds of people, those waiting for miracles and those mastering the mechanics. Wealth doesn't land on the lucky, it flows toward the prepared. Money doesn't disappear, it transfers from the ignorant to the informed. This game isn't random, it's structured. If you understand the rules, you win. If not, you're just fuel for someone else's empire. Learn, or be left behind. Those who command money follow principles. They know their limits, they budget with precision, they invest with clarity. They don't react to markets, they anticipate. Meanwhile, the financially untrained are always late, always emotional, always in crisis. Finance isn't magic, it's math, behavior, and discipline. You can't beat a system you never bothered to study. Emotion is not a strategy, structure is. Own your future by owning your knowledge. Read the books, study the patterns, Ask better questions, implement relentlessly. No one can gain mastery for you, but once you begin, control returns. Financial freedom doesn't belong to the smartest, it belongs to the most consistent. Every day you hesitate, money walks away. Money is never neutral, it always moves toward the person who deserves to command it. If you're still waiting for someone to teach you how to master money, you're already prey. In this world, the financially ignorant work for the ones who understand the system. You don't need to earn more. You need to understand better. Act sharper, move faster. Excuses are luxuries you can no longer afford. This is a brutal game, and only those who learn the rules, or break them strategically, survive. Money doesn't care how you feel. It obeys whoever is clear, ruthless, and prepared. The question is not how much you make. The question is, are you ready to take control? Because time has already started counting down.